President Trump makes no secret that he wants to roll back immigration to the United States and restrict entry to highly skilled immigrants only. Let's just say, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses does not resonate with this president. He's referred to immigrants from poor countries, legal and undocumented, in crude and even vulgar terms. He says they contribute little to U.S. society except for maybe crime. He's way off. Take, for example, foreign residents with temporary protected status. The program applies to people fleeing violence or natural disasters in their home countries, places like Haiti, El Salvador, and Somalia. And the vast majority of them want to stay. Sure, studies show that TPS recipients haven't attained the same levels of education that native-born Americans have, but as a group, they tend to be more educated than their peers back home. So already, we're attracting some of those countries' brightest and most skilled. Take another example, the African countries that President Trump is said to have singled out for attack. On average, immigrants from Africa earn more money and possess more years of education than native-born Americans do. And despite the president's rhetoric, undocumented immigrants are 44% less likely to be incarcerated than native-born Americans. Meanwhile, violent crime in the United States has fallen by half over more than 2 decades, while the number of immigrants doubled during the same time period. President Trump's whole premise is wrong. Compared to their U.S.-born counterparts, immigrants, even the undocumented ones, do really well and contribute to economic growth over the long term. It's true that first-generation immigrants can be more costly to governments, but as adults, the children of immigrants turn into the strongest economic contributors in the U.S. population, contributing more in taxes than other native-born Americans. Immigrants, even those from some of the poorest countries, turn into some of America's best and brightest over time, and with an increasingly aging population, we need more of them, not less.
Just struck by what he said there at the end about how, it is a bit more of a burden when you've got the first generation immigrants who come here to the U.S. By second and third, it's not. You look at education in particular, and this is a theme through what you and Ali talk about, what we talk about all the time here. Getting a good education is beneficial for the economy long term. Something well worth noting there from what Ali put together.